practice, practice. This is Delta Tango Mike, and I'm back with another Thriving Artist Art Life short. And today, it is February 4th of Start Now 2020. I want to talk about how to learn to negotiate by being confident, part 4. And that is to speak clearly, right? Practice speaking clearly. This is what I'm doing. Practicing. Everything that I do online, everything that I do live, all those videos is practice. What am I practicing? Well, I'm practicing a way to tell a story, right? I got to be able to tell a story about my talent. I got to be able to tell a story about myself. I got to be able to tell the story about how I do what I do. Why do I do it? And when I mean it is the art, right? The talent, the skills, the challenges of the creative expression that I've taken on for myself and developed into an art career, to creative career, into illustration work. By me going live and sharing and doing these videos is a practice, and it helps me develop and understand how to talk about myself so that when it comes time to negotiate, boom, I'm ready. When it comes down to negotiating, I know who I am. I know what I mean. I know how to use the words that are going to give me the angle that I'm looking for so that the client understands that we're on the same side and it's not a battle about who's going to win here, right? There's a saying that says, you know the deal is fair when both sides feel like they lost, right? I think something like that. I don't have the words right. But the point is that we don't look at our clients as somebody we have to battle. We have to look at our clients as somebody that we want to align with, collaborate with, and we have to know how to position ourselves by saying the words that are going to help us relate to the client and put us right there with them. So doing video the way I am doing is one way of getting that practice out. Now, I have a weird history in that I grew up at Tupperware parties, Avon parties. My mother sold a lot of products. I come from a family that in Mexico they bought and sold produce. And so I've been around people who know how to sell. I've been around people who know how to have that talk, right? Who have that attitude and out there energy. I want to say extrovert, right? And so I've learned from watching all of that and being in the business as with my mom just watching, and then she used to send me out to collect money and deliver products. When it was time, when the Avon order came in, we had boxes of Avon everywhere in my house as a kid, and full of product. My mother would bag up stuff, tell me where to go deliver, and I had to go to people's houses. I ride my bike, go to people's houses, hand them their products, collect money, and so on. So my weird history has been about where I've seen this hustle, this talking, this business talk, this sales push in practice. And so social media today has become another avenue, another distribution point for you to sell. But you're not selling Avon, you're not selling Tupperware, and even then, Tupperware was always a good product, right? But nobody needs Avon. Sorry for all the people who sell Avon. The point what I'm trying to make is that you're not selling something that people don't want or that's going to hurt them, right? We're not sitting out here hustling people out of their money. But what we want to do is get into the practice of being able to speak clearly so people can understand where we are, who we are, and want to align themselves with us and say, you know what, Dan, that's worth it. How much money do you need? Let me get a whole bag of cash and hand it to you. That's what we practice our storytelling for. That's what we practice our talk for. I have done enough talking. I have talked about myself so much. I have gotten to know who I am and what my talent is that I can talk for an infinite amount of time. Literally, you can just tell me how much time do we have and what points I need to hit, and I'm on it. But I'm speaking about things that I know. I know myself. I know my talent. I know my work. I know what it's good for. I know where it fits. I know who it has value for. And that's the practice that you want to get into slowly, little by little. And it starts with just jumping online, turning on the camera, go live, all right? Go on Facebook, go live, and just go live and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, this is the work that I do. I'm going to be working on a couple of things, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. So here you go. Here's how I do it. Or you can go online and say, hey, everybody needs a portfolio. You should have a sketchbook. And here's my sketchbook. This is how I structure my artwork, and so on. What happens is that the more you practice that, the more you do it, the better you get at it. The first 5-10 videos are going to look terrible. I mean, even after all this practice, some videos start off all weird. This is like the 6th and 7th time that I started this video that I deleted, and I was like, wait a minute, that sounds weird. And then when I take long periods of break in between doing videos, my timing is off. In any case, you're going to look back at some of the early videos and be like, oh, that was kind of crazy. That was kind of ugly. But now you got that first step out the door. You get the second step out the door. You start working on it now. And eventually time comes when it's time to negotiate. You sit down and they're like, hey, Dan, this is a real question. Hey, Dan, compared to what you charge and what others charge, what makes your price worth it? And my answer was, I don't know. Who are these people and what are they charging? You see, I'm not here to compete against others. I'm not here to convince somebody that I'm worth it. I know who I am, and I can talk about myself and get into a conversation and show, yes, I am worth what I am saying, what I'm trying to negotiate here. I am not here to sell you. I'm not coming from a position of a starving artist. I'm coming from a position of a thriving artist who is sure about their career, sure about their talents, and what I can provide. All right. Hopefully this is a little helpful. And I got more stuff to share with you, so I'm gonna split it up through the different days because it would be a long conversation. I am Delta Tango Mike. Find me anywhere on the internet: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. Delta Tango Mike. I am on LinkedIn and Behance, The Creative Genius. Check out the Artist King meetups on meetup.com. Art is King. We also have a YouTube channel, Artist King, where all these things end up at. Plus some digital drawing demos and tutorials at Vector Maestros. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.